Alright, cool. Back to training vlogs. So yeah, probably by the title of this video you can tell my head's kind of fried. Yeah, I was doing training vlogs up until the last day, and then gave a break for a bit because I suppose I felt my head was fried, kind of tired the past few days, feeling a bit of fatigue, trying to keep up with training, which I did, but just don't feel the best. I don't know where it's fatigue. I think eating in a calorie deficit and eating quite high carbohydrate meals, spiking my blood sugar, and then the lull coming after that. I would find myself having a nap during the days and things like that, and I suppose I'm just going to balance off the calories again for a bit and not just keep pushing through a wall that I'm going to keep running myself into the ground when I actually want to be getting content out. So I tried making videos past few days, and I just was kind of talking a lot, but I wasn't really saying anything, not a lot of substance. So I feel I have something to say today that might be of value to myself, and then anyone else gets value. So my head is fucking fried. And that's because, as I was just saying, between energy imbalance and possible fatigue, that's what I'm feeling, at least mental fatigue, maybe so more than the actual body, because I was able to keep up with workouts to a certain extent. I wasn't outperforming myself or anything, but I was able to keep up with them. I basically did a bit of cold water therapy earlier today, and then I did hot cold with Epsom salt bath today. And basically I just wanted to train my mind to be like, there's nothing scientifically backed here that I'm going to say, but it is something you can try for yourself. So what I did is I sat in the ice cold water for as long as I could, and I was just trying to kind of test the mind, like mental strain, and why am I doing this, and trying to just basically switch the flip switch back on that it's kind of a fire that kind of drives me on to do things that I want to do. And then I did hot cold today, and it was basically hot bath for as hot as I could bear in Epsom salts. Probably a bit too hot looking back at it now, but I kind of wanted to I wanted to be uncomfortable basically. I wanted my mind to tell me, my body to tell me at least that, you should probably get out, or, relieve, just be more relieved than, putting your body under stress. And then my mind was telling me that, and, I was getting to a serious point, both in the cold and the hot. Today was 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon or evening there, and I suppose I was just not giving into it. I was like, I wanted to see what I could get out of it, and if I got any benefit out of it, and I do feel much better, because I think when you overcome things that you really don't want to do, you will get benefit out of it. Obviously the recovery aspect in, obviously hot cold therapy, contrast therapy, and then cold water therapy, and then Epsom salts and everything that added in, and obviously will contribute towards recovery and therapy in that way. But as well as that, I didn't want to stay in the water as long as I had. I definitely didn't want, and I was coming to the breaking points, and I suppose that's why I kind of push with clients. I find especially strength related training, or those last 2-3 reps on any set where the person's really struggling to hold the weight. They're obviously, I won't do it as a compromise of form, obviously that's dangerous, but if you can on isolation exercise or something, or any exercise won't compromise, like for an injury or anything, I'll get them to really grind it out, or something in a hit or exercise or something, those last minute, the last 15-20 seconds, and then it comes down to the last 5 seconds, you still push on. You don't really, like in the moment, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, you've done it before, you've been in this workout, and your body starts aching, maybe it's an ab workout or something, or like something where it's really visceral feeling, and you're feeling your stomach's churning, your body's giving out, it's telling you no to stop, and you're basically like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna just power through it. And that's basically, it's training the mental muscle that you can overcome a lot of things that you don't think you will, or don't think you can in the moment, until you actually do them, and then you realize you can actually do them, and that sets a new bar for yourself on how high you can actually push yourself and achieve things. Obviously I don't recommend doing it on a consistent basis if it's breaking down your body. There is certain limitations. If you wanted to run a marathon every day just to prove that you could do it, I maybe wouldn't recommend that. If your body starts breaking down, things like that, obviously be sensible about. But in those moments that you can put yourself under severe exertion and pressure, and just see where the mind takes you, because it'll tell you weird things, it'll tell you strange things. It'll be like, it'll basically tell you anything that would allow you to compromise and just give in. It'll be like, we'll give up, and you'll feel better, you'll be recovered, different things. It's mad how much it'll tell you just because it wants you to stop doing what you're doing, but you don't give in, you keep pushing through it anyway, whether that be mental or physical battle or whatever you're absolutely pursuing. And that's basically what I wanted to do today, because I was just sick of the rut. I suppose I got in, I was like, I'd let a few days pass by and told myself I was busy, or which I was busy enough obviously with work and working 12-hour days and things like that, and I was feeling tired after it, but it was an excuse not to get a video out or something useful to say, and that was down to laziness on my part. So it was me calling out my own bullshit and coming back into it, and getting back on track. So hopefully I'll keep these up, because I have 2-3 long days ahead of me as well, and I'm hoping to get something in between those, to keep up with the vlogs but also provide value and just not talk shit at the same time. So I'll keep that going as best as I can. As for training footage, I actually don't have any recorded today. I did a CrossFit workout today, very heavy on the shoulders. Overhead press, push push jerk, and then there was wall walks, so you're walking with your hands up a wall in a handstand position. Push press as well, again in Parvan Imam with the wall walks, and single dumbbell overhead press, and then just holding a heavy plate overhead for isometric hold as well. So I think my shoulder is quite burnt out of it at this stage, but just keeping track of the kind of movements that I'm going through at the moment, and being conscious of the amount of volume I'm putting on myself. But I'm happy with it. My body feels, I would say in the 2 weeks that I've done this, I do feel a lot more strength. Not necessarily in progressively overloading my lifts, but I definitely feel stronger, and I feel a lot more solid in my lifts. I feel more in tune with the technique, because it's just practice every day, especially with things like squat, overhead press, shoulder related exercises very good, ab related exercises very stable. You can just stabilize the midsection, the core very well for different exercises like that, and I'm just enjoying the benefits. But yeah, just overcoming a bit of mental fatigue. Head was a bit fried, I suppose. Talking into a camera, trying to unload the thoughts and then articulate them in a way that's valuable is a different story again. So hopefully I didn't ramble on too much and people got value from this. But just wanted to get another video out today, so there we go.